Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. here. Before we get started on this great news, smash the subscribe button, helps a small channel out. Thumbs up at the end of the video and notification bell so you know I'm posting new content. So Ford just announced last month they had great interest rates and some decent discounts, but this is big news from Ford, and what they've came out and said is employee pricing for everyone. Now, I checked this morning, and this means on some F-150 models, you're looking in between $5,000 and $10,000 off. That's a pretty good deal. So if you're looking at buying a new Ford, which just because we've had problems with Loki on here, it doesn't scare me away from Ford because they're always going to have problems across the manufacturing board. But they did squash the good APRs. That doesn't mean that you can't get a good, better than not APR, but the 1.9, 3.9 stuff is gone. But you can still get rebates on top of this. And you're probably thinking, well, there's some restrictions that do apply. Always read the fine print. So take into consideration, this little F-150 is about $8,000 off. Plus you can get first responder rebate. You can get another $1,000 discount and everything like this. Now this truck is my loaner, so don't get all Twitter pated. We haven't gotten rid of Loki yet. It is back in the shop again. And so you might be thinking, well, what are the restrictions? Well, for the most part, it's going to be on 24 models. There are certain ones, and you really have to read the fine print because everybody's saying, well, this excludes Super Duty. Not exactly. 24 Super Duties do fall into this, apparently. I read some fine print this morning. So yeah, you can. So I went on the website, and there are Super Duties with $7,000 to $10,000 off here in Colorado. So this is nationwide. This is not just a Colorado thing. Now, some rebates are regional, so you do need to check your zip or be willing to travel to get a different discount. But a lot of times the rebates are still tied to your zip code. Now, if you can still score, say, a 4.5% to 6%, that's probably not too bad of an APR. Stellantis is still pushing almost 8.5%, which is disgusting. And I'm pretty tickled about this employee pricing, and it's across the whole Ford Lincoln board. So just go in, find the model you're looking for, and we talked about this in a couple videos ago that the 24 might be the best deal you can find. Now, in all reality, 24s and 25s did not change that much. So before you might be thinking, well, blah, 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 I'll go with the 25 because there's all these changes. There's really not a lot of changes. And so if you like the look of the 24s, especially the Super Duties, those basically are unchanged. Find the model you're looking for. Go into the real rebate or pricing center and see if it is excluded. But from what I've seen is 24 Super Duties, whether it's Platinum, King Ranch, XLT, XL, they're all getting the employee pricing, at least here in Colorado. So if those aren't necessarily tied to a regional thing, go out to Colorado and get yourself a new truck if you find one that floats your boat. So if you had a 1.9, yeah, you can save a lot more interest, but if you can still land one with your credit score and get a decent rate, then this might be one of the best deals. Now, there's probably going to run this month, is my understanding. I didn't see any time restrictions on it, but typically it's about a month. The second or third is when they announce their new APRs and discounts and everything. So, if you're looking for a Ford Lincoln, then this is your time probably to dig deep and see if it fits your budget to do and score that employee pricing. Because this discount is so big that you can get a really nicely equipped, say, F-150 or Super Duty or anything in your budget. As always, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. We'll catch you on the next one.